Welcome back to another episode of Susan Lopresti Wellness, Mind, Body, and Soul. This is the podcast where we explore the highs, the lows, and everything in between when it comes to a woman's life, her health, and all aspects of navigating the midlife landscape. I'm your host, Susan Lopresti, and today I have a guest with me. His name is Jon Engelson, and he is a seasoned expert in diet, nutrition, and holistic healing with over 30 years of dedicated study in the field. Since the mid-90s, Jon has been instrumental in helping his clients, family, and friends embrace natural healing through dietary interventions. With a passion for educating others, Jon frequently conducts enlightening lectures and seminars on diet and nutrition. His profound knowledge led him to establish You Are What You Eat, a trailblazing company that introduced innovative health and nutrition products to schools and the mainstream market. Under Jon's visionary leadership, You Are What You Eat, Inc. soared to the impressive rank of 441 on the Inc. magazine 500 list of fastest growing companies in 1998. Beyond his entrepreneurial endeavors, Jon has lent his expertise to various health and nutrition firms, aiding in product development, design, and marketing strategies. Presently serving as the Chief Strategic Officer at JoBurg Meats, Jon continues to drive innovation in the industry. JoBurg Meats is renowned for its premium grass-fed, pasture-raised, air-dried steak slices that tantalize the taste buds. Jon's academic background is equally impressive, holding degrees in economics and biology from UCSD. His commitment to promoting wellness and healthy living remains unwavering, making him a respected figure in the realm of holistic health. Jon, thank you so much for joining me here today. I appreciate you coming on, and I'm so excited to have you.
Thank you. It's so great to be here. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
I'm very happy to have you. And we also have JoBurg with us. So would you give us an introduction? Tell us who Joe is, please.
Sure. I'll introduce a few sentences, then I'll give him the baton. But I met
Okay.
Joe a number of years ago. But Joe is one of the founders and the chief marketing officer of JoBurg Meats. And he's extremely creative, extremely innovative in health and nutrition. He does energy healing, and he's just a pleasure and a joy to work with. And I have been blessed to be involved with a company that has not only the vision of good health and nutrition, but really good people as well. So, Joe, I hand it off to you, and you can add to that.
Oh wow, Jon, you leave me nothing to add. You've said I'm kind of flattered with everything you said.
Thank you. But it's true.
But of course you missed out almost everything. All my whole resume and everything you've missed out totally. Thank you. That was a really nice, and it's an honor for me to be here to join you. It's an honor for me to be in your company, Jon. You're a fantastic person. Susan, your work that you do is incredible. And for me, it's an honor. And for me, it's an honor to share what we can do to further the health crisis and ways of how we can improve through good products. And I'll give you just a little bit of a history of where I come from and why. So I grew up a Brooklyn boy, just like innocent kid who just eats anything. If it tastes good, it must be good. If it doesn't taste good, it's not good. That's kind of like how we grew up. Potato chips taste good, then it must be good for you. Little do you start understanding when you start getting little tidbits of this is not healthy for you. This type of oil is not healthy for you. Like, what? Like, what are you talking about? And then I would say about my real turn happened about 30, yeah, probably about 30 years ago. 30 years ago is when I started to get introduced to the concept of health, of the awareness of what's around you, what you're breathing, that the gases you breathe are not healthy for you, and and all this stuff. And I started to get into health, into energy and understanding muscle testing, and it's been a journey since of awareness. One of the stuff that came to me was about 20 years ago when I started to actually practice energy healing, and I started to see the difference of realizing of what people eat that actually affects their daily life, and seeing when testing somebody and telling somebody eliminate that from your diet or take that away and change it up to this, and you start seeing people get healthier just by swapping out different things, which we think that because something is in the store, it means it's healthy, and it's absolutely not. It's like you see now in the news is stuff like that, taking away all the dyes, all the colorings that we've been feeding our kids for all these years, and there's a straight out carcinogens. I think what was I was just looking at, who was it? Joe Rogan had somebody on that was just talking about grapeseed oil, of how that stuff is pure carcinogens, every part of it. So a few years back, God has kind of directed me, well, not kind of, completely directed me into something which is called food. Do something food, which is a little different because I come from the technology world. And I said, if you want to make a change, you can't talk about it, you got to do it. And the only way to do it is by actually going out there and getting it done. And we've created and opened up a factory. And our goal of the factory is to build clean and create clean label products, as clean as possibly, under not adding anything that would put you in a, what is this? I don't want any of what is this in our labels. So all our stuff is completely natural. There's no preservatives in there. There is no nitrates, there's no nitrites, it's all clean. It's like this, it's spices that what our grandmothers and great grandparents used back in the day to make something good at home. They didn't have no chemicals, they didn't have any of that, and that's exactly what we have here in this product, in this product that we have here. Yeah, might as well open it and give a little share. So what we have here is, if you give a look here, that's a dry piece of steak. Okay, it looks pink. You see the tenderness. You see how it just comes apart. There's no sugar in this. There's nothing. This is completely air dried, and it retains all of its nutrients the way God has intended it. It's tender. You don't have to work too hard to chew it. 2, 3 chews and you swallow it. That's how tasty it is. Like, for example, this is the pepper crusted. So when you have a steak slices, you think of pepper crusted. And I'm eating healthy. I actually did this a few months ago. I ate it for a week straight. And when you're the one who makes something, it kind of gets a little, sorry, like, what are you doing? You kind of get bored of something that you make yourself. So I said, okay, let me push myself and see what happens. So I ate this, I kind of cut the carbs out for a week, and I lost 15 pounds in 1 week just eating this and being completely full on meat. I ate about 100 grams of protein a day. And then I had water, a little bit of black coffee. I didn't need anything else. My body had everything it needed. All the protein, all the nutrients, the sodium. I had everything that it needed to maintain itself. And I lost so much weight in the process while I was doing it that I want to do it again now.
Wow.
You can. I can't make it as a way of life. I wouldn't tell anybody eat this only, because you're going to go nuts. It's a beautiful snack, but it's also a great way to diet as well. Just eat this, it's clean, and you're going to feel fantastic from it.
It's good to have when you're on the go,
Oh, I get
commuting
pictures.
or traveling on a plane, Yeah.
Absolutely. I get people from all over sending me pictures and showing me saying, "Hey Joe, I was on the plane. This saved me. This was a savior. I was in another country. I pulled this out and I had meat. I had literally had meat on the go."
So I'm assuming it is grass-fed, certified USD organic.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Well, not the only thing that's organic in it is the apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
The meat itself, to get organic labeled meat, is an extremely, extremely hard process. That's why when I go, because we get the meat from South America,
Uh-huh.
where I know it's the cleanest. They don't do the antibiotics and they don't do it. They're literally out in the boondocks in Brazil where they don't have that type of stuff.
Okay.
So you're getting it from there where it's pasture raised and grass fed. You know that it's clean. But to say organic, you're telling somebody in Brazil that raises it and has no idea what USDA is. He just knows he raises them cleanly and
Right.
naturally, and tell him you
Right.
need to get USDA, you
Mhm.
need to get organic label. He's like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Right.
And USDA, works all on everything is paperwork, so
Gotcha.
I can't put it on my label, but it's as close as you can get to what organic would be.
So where do you find these products? Where are you marketing them to? Are they in supermarkets?
We're doing right now our biggest run is we want to make it available to everybody. The easiest way is obviously through our online store,
Okay.
by email, marketing, social media. We do have it in a lot of stores. We are a company in the infancy. I've been building this factory going now on about 3 years. And to see where this product is right now gives me gives me a lot of joy. And where we could be with this is a big journey. Getting into stores, distribution, and everywhere. So right now we actually got, because the product actually is kosher as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just that it's general public, it's kosher and it's got halal on it. So for your whole audience, it's actually reading it, they can actually go and say, oh, it's good for everybody.
I could see it in gyms also.
Correct. Correct. But it's
Absolutely.
all with limited manpower. So we could only we could be with you on a podcast, and I could speak to somebody who sees your podcast and calls me up and says, "Hey, I would love to have it for my gym, or I'd love to have it for my store." I'm open. I'd be willing and happy to help them out to make sure that it gets to everybody that can have a good product.
Right.
So our limitation is slow growth. That's simply manpower. How many places can you be at once?
Mm-hmm.
But we definitely can produce a lot. I built a pretty big factory.
Is it in New York?
It's in Connecticut,
Oh,
actually.
Connecticut. Okay.
You know Connecticut a bit?
Well, I know New York. I was born and raised in Brooklyn. And you
Oh,
said,
really?
yeah,
And where? Which area of Brooklyn?
Carroll Gardens.
Oh, nice. Very right now. You're by the Barclays Center.
Yeah. I was on Court and Carroll,
Yeah,
Court
I
Street
know
and
what that
Carroll
is.
Street.
Yet you're maybe a 7-minute drive from me.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's why I was asking where you're located.
Yeah,
So
that's really really cool. You're not there anymore.
I live in Bayside now, Queens.
Ah, beautiful. It's a little quieter.
Yes, much. So very
So
interesting.
okay, so for you're asking, I don't know where all your audiences are.
Everywhere.
Okay, but they're definitely in all the kosher stores.
Okay.
They're in all the kosher stores. Some of the non-kosher stores, we are talking to some of the bigger chains, but that's going to be a little while before it gets there. So if anybody wants, they're willing, they could come on after. I'm sure John has worked out, like a coupon code for your audience,
Yes, he did. He gave that to
special
me.
just for your audience to be able to
Yes.
come on and come online and purchase. And I would love to talk or address any question that you have. And I would like to also let the audience know that we are planning some very big announcements as far as products, flavors, new flavors that are coming out. Very, very cool flavors. And as far as, John, should I reveal any of it?
Just something unique and special will be coming. How about that?
Okay. Yeah, give a little bit of go to the website, sign up, and you'll be the first to know. How's that?
Okay.
Right?
So what's your number one selling product right now?
The number one, I would say, is definitely the traditional.
Okay.
Some other people, everybody's traditional. They're just like, we love the traditional. And then, and then I think the second one is the pepper crusted.
Uh-huh.
And then for those that like hot,
Oh, spicy.
spicy, we are coming out with a new spicy that I will reveal to you. That's going to be for those daredevils out there. If you think you're a daredevil, I dare you to try this new hot 8 out of 10 that we're coming out with. If you can do it, that is definitely going to make you jump out of your seat.
Not for me, thank you.
No, well, you can go with the traditional. Traditional is going to give you and it just beautiful flavorings that you wanted, and be able to go from there. You're definitely going to have mouth-watering experience.
I'm excited to try. I
I
think
can't wait.
John
I can't wait for you to
mentioned
try it.
that
Yeah, you're good.
he's,
You should have them today, by the way.
oh, I haven't checked my mail. I'll go down and check.
Yeah, I mean, or today, they shipped yesterday, so
Okay,
you get them today.
great,
Happy to have you try them for sure.
great. Thank you.
Pleasure.
So, John, is there anything that you want to share? I know we had some questions that were laid out. Do you want to get into that, or does Joe need to finish up anything as far as the products go? Where do we want to go from?
Yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, we can take a couple of routes on, pick your favorite topic, and we can, add some spice to it, and sort of relate it to what we're doing with the company and why.
Okay, so the two of you were partners in this company. Am I correct on assuming that?
Well, I came in later, so
Okay.
he founded it, and so I came in about a year and a half ago, and I came in with my background to try to help the company focus on. So you spoke about, are we in markets? And it's not that we don't want to be in markets, but there's two ways to develop a product, and one is by supply. It's called the supply side, and one is the demand side.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens with a lot of companies is that they want to get into this market, they want to get in that market, this supermarket chain, and they supply product. But when you supply product, it may not meet, the demand might not be there because people don't know your product. So the marketing has to match
Yeah.
the supply of your product, and that is extremely costly. And you need to put a lot in that, which is demos, promotions, giveaways, and that can be very, very, very costly for a company. So that's one way to do business. And I'm not saying not to, but you have to be very cautious on how you build that business, because that can knock a company's finances into oblivion. The other way is the demand side. And the demand side, what I mean is that people who need your product, they live a lifestyle and they eat in a way that your product is a must for them. So in the keto world, low carb world, carnivore world, paleo world, natural nutrition world, people are looking for products like this and are demanding them, and they're not worried about cost, and they're not worried about other things. They just want to make sure that we get. So what I try to direct the company in this light, to focus them on going to low carb seminars. We sponsored a low carb cruise. We got involved with paleo, the paleo diet. We got involved with carnivore events. And then when you go to these places and events and you connect with people and like-minded people, they basically give you the red carpet,
Mhm.
because everyone needs, they need you. If you go to a metabolic health coach and they're giving dietary advice to their clients, they have to give them some variety. They have to give them a particular diet that they can try to at least maintain some semblance of. And our product fits into that. So that's what I've been trying to really do with the company the
Yeah.
last year and a half. And this is really helped us. So when Joe was speaking about online, we treat every customer. We just had a campaign called "We Love Our Customers." We treat them really, really well. We always give them discount codes. We give them we try to give them extra product. We do whatever we can because we feel every customer is a profit center in themselves. And there's no issue for people to buy online today. And as a matter of fact, everybody, how much do we buy online? All the time.
All the time.
So rather than being on aisle 42,
Yeah.
shelf 5, how many people are going to pull that off?
Out of stock.
Yeah, buy it from there. We are doing our, through our social media, through shows, through promotion, through sponsoring events, meet people, get the product to them, and therefore they become our customers for a long time. And Joe, I don't know if I'm sure you saw it in the shop. We have a customer. I don't know if she want me to say her name, but her 9th order came in yesterday. It's just like, and when you see that, you're just like, wow. And we give some of our customers who order regularly their own discount code.
Ah, very
So
nice.
we created so that they feel special. We created their own name and give it to your friends, your family. And this way we make it easy to order and easy to enjoy the product. And we're like a family. And we believe in not just selling the what of the product, but the why. We're on a mission to do good and do better for people's health and nutrition.
Make America healthy again.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's really comes down to minimally processed, trying to get real foods back into people's lives. I mean, we've taken a road of it just, well, look, if you're Kellogg's and you're Frito-Lay and you're Philip Morris, really the only way you can make more money is to cheapen your product.
Yeah.
So you put maltodextrin, you put dextrose, you put yeast extra, you put all these things in the product that have it's worse than sugar on the glycemic index. I mean, far worse. And it doesn't have sugar, but
they market it to children.
Correct. And it's addicting. So what do the kids, the sugar that they're addicted to, and people think sugar, it's natural. The sugar you have is not natural.
No.
It's pumped in a factory. It's heated. It's crazy what it is. The grains today, the grains are not.
What do you mean? It's sweet. It tastes good.
Yeah, of course.
It tastes delicious. What are you talking about? You taking away sugar?
I mean, it's a whole industry. And what do you think kids' teeth are supposed to rot? I mean, it's not right. It's not normal,
About all the preservatives that they're putting in and that they
Correct.
say,
Correct.
it's causing all of these mental challenges for young kids. When I was growing up, nobody had autism that I knew, ADHD. I never heard of any.
We never heard of that. And did you ever hear of a peanut allergy?
No.
Never. You know what? Peanut allergies. I researched this because this one really bothered me, and all of a sudden peanuts became this, and then I realized in the early to mid 70s, the peanut crop was next to the cotton crop, in most cases, and that crop got sprayed with glyphosate and other terrible pesticides and got inundated. And so the peanut is one of the most pesticide, riddled food that there is. And I have a feeling, and then all of a sudden, few years later, all of a sudden young kids are like allergic to peanuts. They weren't allergic to peanuts.
Right.
To the stuff
Correct. They're not allergic to peanuts. They're allergic to what'd you call it? That
The
pesticide.
glyphosate.
Yeah,
Yes.
and wheat too. The gluten. Did you ever hear somebody gluten?
Well,
No.
I was just going to say, because I have celiac disease.
But I
And
never heard
a
of
lot
that
of
growing
people
up.
say it's not the gluten, it's the glyphosate.
Correct. I mean, I'm just saying in I can't remember somebody in 1971 or two that had celiac or anything.
Right.
It didn't exist. And
John, I'm later than you, and in a school of 2,000 kids that I went to, there was not one kid allergic to peanuts. Not one. There was no allergies. Zero.
correct. So
We're killing ourselves in
it's
America.
correct. And it's all, and listen, this is a hard one for me. I don't know how to balance this. I always try to be truthful. I believe in the American way, the free market, the wealth and freedom that has generated for really more people on the planet than the history of the planet.
Yeah, just don't kill us.
At the same time, there's two industries that are problematic. The health industry
Yes.
is problematic because if you're healthy, there's no money,
Right.
right? So, and in the food industry, to make more money, you have to cheapen the product. So to cheapen the product, you have to continually find ways of, of reducing the health and the nutrition of the product. And the shelf lives of the product, like vegetables are coming in from all over the world, but they're all full of, they're not supposed to last that long.
No.
It's you pick something out of the ground, it lasts a couple of days, but since they're traveling, they have to put the wax on it, they have to put this on it, they have to put this. So they're compromising for money, the health of people, and
It's
it's
the
a hard
bottom
thing.
line. That's the bottom line, is the profit.
Yeah, and it's a shame. And there's a few companies out there, I mean, more than a few, that are trying to do their best to put, a good, solid, healthy product. And people, it's so expensive. It's, listen, I don't know what to tell you. I get my eggs from a farm in Pennsylvania. They send them to me. I'm very particular about eggs, corn-free, soy-free eggs. And they vary, but I pay about $1 an egg, okay, maybe a little bit less. So a friend of mine was saying, "You're crazy." I go, I don't understand. You can go to Starbucks and buy a croissant for $6, and I can't have 3 eggs in the morning for $3. That is much healthier. What's out of whack here?
Tastier. You gave me to try. And
I
I was like,
I
oh,
don't
wow, okay, you see the difference.
So
Yeah.
Which I didn't.
So I called his
Oh,
bluff.
by the way, I need to interject. You'll continue in a second. While you were talking, I actually finished a bag of the pepper crusted that
I've been watching you too, Joe. My eye is on you.
I actually finished a bag, so that was my lunch, and I'm actually
What, I have to
satisfied.
have one too now?
Yeah, go for it. I literally finished. I had a whole lunch. I'm done. Oh, Susan,
Yes.
I want the audiences to know
Water.
the bag has 2 ounces, but it's the equivalence of approximately a 6-ounce steak.
Okay.
Okay, which makes a very big difference. So when you're eating a 6-ounce steak, most people are satisfied. You don't have to eat
Yes.
a full pound of meat to be satiated.
Yes.
So I'm satisfied. I'm not hungry. I'm good till dinner right now.
I'm
Well said.
excited to try it.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well said, Joe. So anyway, that was, I went off there a little bit, but it's something I'm very passionate about. And, if you have to pay a little bit more for good food, I mean, God willing, pay for things like no big deal. And yet somehow we have this stigma of oh, it's organic, so it's $1 more a pound. I'm not saying like it's important to help people who are putting out healthier products, And if we have to, what I'm trying to say is that we have to pay a little bit more for it and go beyond our ways. It's really worth it because we have to support these people, because otherwise you're supporting the machine causing all the problem. And the fake news, they put hearts on all these boxes to say that they're heart healthy, and they're not even close to being
No,
that.
I'm all for it. I'm all for paying more for a high quality product that I know is safe to eat. All for it. So do you have any final thoughts you want to leave my audience with today?
I'll say like this: health and nutrition, and this is what I start usually my seminars with. It's not a zero-sum game. It's not linear, meaning anything you can do to any little thing that you can do can actually make a lot of good. A lot of people, it's like the new year comes, they join the gym, and in 20 days, they stop. And that's it, because they can't keep up. Or they start a diet. And diet is it's been a hijacked word in any food or anything that you eat is the diet that you're on. We use it like, I got to go on a diet, but everyone's on a diet. My point being is that if you can replace.
Does the seafood diet count?
Yes, of course.
Sometimes I feel like I'm on it.
I understand. But you know why fish are so healthy?
Oh, because you actually don't see it?
No, fish eat fish.
Fish eat fish. Very good. John, you got me. I was on a seafood diet, which is what you see is what you eat.
I understand.
I know what you meant. I know what you meant, Joe.
Making sure everybody understood that.
I knew what you meant too. What I want to leave your audience is that whatever small changes that you can make, meaning removing some of the negative things, even in a small amount, and adding things that can be healthier, even in a small amount, can do wonders. And the three things that I say, three pretty simple things that you can do to change your health dramatically is one, whatever you're drinking, whatever it is, if you change that to water and maybe some coffee in the morning, that's one big step. None of those juices and all these things, just water. Number two, eat 20% less. We're always overeating. And number three, walk. Walking is one of the most unbelievably healthy things that you can do. Those three things are not so complicated, and you can change your health dramatically with them. So it doesn't have to be a zero, meaning I have to change every single thing. It's too hard. It's complicated for people. Yeah. I had a lot of clients, and I actually had one client, I had to take them to the market. They didn't even know what to buy. It's not easy for people to change their ways. So that would be my one of my summaries of how to help people in your audience to just make small changes like that. And the last one I would say, and this is what I always start again, my seminars with 2 words. In this world, we have to be open-minded of what works. Some things work for some people, and some things don't work for some people.
Right.
And if somebody comes to you and just says, "This work, you try, it worked for me," it didn't. We're complicated beings. The fact that the American medical establishment says normal blood pressure is 120/80 for everyone is so absurd. It's like saying everybody should be 5'10". I mean. What does that mean?
Okay. Go into that. I love that. That's I really thought that. I really thought
yes,
120/80. That's perfect.
People have these marks that everything would be like this and everything like this and everything. And people are different. People have variations, and there's ranges for things. There's ranges for things. So the point is that what works for some people, we've had great success on moving people out of a processed food diet into a real food diet, whatever that might be. Mm-hmm. And then in that real food diet where people became a little bit more cautious and careful because of let's just say if they wanted to lose weight or they wanted more energy. So they became even more, careful of what they were eating. But the point being is that just do a little bit more. And once you start to feel better, you want to do more. You want to eat. We become sort of addicted to, if you're addicted to sugar and you stop eating sugar, you become addicted to not eating sugar. You don't even want it. It's like it throws you off. Yeah. So those are the little things that I would say. And the last thing, and I'll conclude with this, I created something called you need 3 C's and a D. And the 3 C's are clarity. You start with clarity. Where are you in your health journey? So get it clear where you are. You need to lose weight. You're pre-diabetic. You're this. This is where you are.
I want another babka.
Yes, you do. That's a B. There's no B's here.
Oh, right. Okay, right.
The next C is then you commit. You commit yourself to a new way of life. You do your best. And the third is to be consistent, that you be consistent with it. And nothing happens without the D, which is the discipline. Yes. So you have to discipline yourself the best you can. And again, it's the best you can. And it could be 20%, 50%, 80% in all that. And through that, with God's help, you will be healthy and good, with energy and vitality, and live a happy life.
I love it. Thank you so much. So for my audience, I'm going to put all of the information in the show notes where you could buy the products, the website, and everything else that, Jon, that you provided to me. I'll be happy to put all of that in the show notes. And thank you both for coming on today.